Welcome to Sudbury, Ontario, home to one of Canada's most exciting and interactive science centres, Science North. This isn't your typical museum. It's a world of hands-on experiments, live demonstrations, a planetarium, and even real animals. In today's video, we'll explore its fascinating exhibits, its history, and why millions of visitors come here to get inspired by science. So stay tuned, because you're about to see science come alive like never before. Science North was officially opened to the public on June 19, 1984, but its story began several years earlier. In the late 1970s, local scientists, educators, and community leaders in Sudbury envisioned a unique science center that would engage the public, especially young people, with hands-on science and technology. This idea emerged at a time when Sudbury was transitioning from its identity as a mining town and searching for new ways to promote education, tourism, and scientific innovation. To bring this vision to life, the Ontario government, the City of Sudbury, and various private donors came together to fund the project. The building was designed by renowned Canadian architect Raymond Moriyama, who is also known for designing the Canadian War Museum and the Ontario Science Centre renovations. Moriyama gave Science North its distinctive look to snowflake-shaped buildings connected by a glass tunnel, symbolizing the natural beauty and cold climate of northern Ontario. The chosen location beside Ramsey Lake was deliberate. It created a peaceful, picturesque environment where nature meets science. Construction began in and after 3 years of planning, building, and exhibit design, Science North opened its doors in 1984. From day one, it stood out from traditional museums. Instead of quiet exhibits behind glass, visitors could touch, experiment, ask questions, and even interact with live animals. In the following years, Science North continued to grow. In 1994, it introduced the IMAX Theater, allowing visitors to experience science through massive screens and immersive sound. In 2003, a major expansion took place with the creation of Dynamic Earth, a sister attraction focused on earth sciences, mining, innovation, and Sudbury's rich geological history. This site is also home to one of Canada's most iconic landmarks, the Big Nickel, a 9-meter-tall replica of a 1951 Canadian nickel, celebrating the region's legacy in nickel mining. Science North also became a leader in science, education, and outreach. It began developing traveling exhibits, digital learning programs, science camps, and mobile labs that visit schools across northern Ontario. Its staff, known as Blue, they became famous for their interactive presentations, live experiments, and friendly approach to teaching complex scientific concepts. Today, Science North is the second largest science center in Canada and one of the most visited tourist attractions in northern Ontario. It continues to inspire curiosity, innovation, and a love for science among children, students, teachers, and families from across the country and around the world. Science North is instantly recognizable thanks to its unique and futuristic architectural design. The building is composed of two large, hexagonal structures shaped like snowflakes, connected by a long glass-enclosed skyway that stretches over the rocky landscape. This design wasn't a random choice. Architect Raymond Moriyama intentionally used the snowflake shape to represent northern Ontario's cold climate, natural symmetry, and the beauty of winter science. The structure is built directly on top of a massive stretch of ancient Precambrian shield rock, which is over 2.5 billion years old. Instead of removing the rock, the architects chose to build around and through it, allowing parts of the natural bedrock to remain visible inside the building. This design creates an organic blend of architecture and geology, reminding visitors that science begins with nature. Surrounded by tall pine trees, granite outcrops, and the sparkling waters of Ramsey Lake, Science North offers stunning exterior scenery. During summer, the lake reflects the building's glass walls, while in winter, the snow-covered surroundings enhance its snowflake-themed design. One of the most iconic visual features is the glass skyway that connects the IMAX Theater to the main building. Visitors walking through this skybridge get panoramic views of Ramsey Lake, the boardwalk, and the Sudbury skyline. This feature is often used for cinematic shots and drone footage due to its symmetry and reflective surfaces. Outside the main entrance, there are spacious walkways, educational displays, and sculptures related to science and nature. Nearby sits the William Ramsey Boardwalk, a beautiful lakeside trail that connects Science North to Bell Park, making it a popular spot for walking, jogging, and cycling. Once you enter Science North, you step into a world where science is not just seen, but touched, experienced, and brought to life. The interior is divided into multiple levels, and each floor is dedicated to a different theme of science, nature, and technology. The design allows visitors to move freely between exhibits, interact with experiments, talk to scientists, and explore at their own pace. This is where the journey begins. The entrance hall features a spacious lobby with large windows overlooking Ramsey Lake. There are interactive displays, ticket counters, a gift shop, a cafe, and seating areas. The IMAX Theater is located on this level, With a massive curved screen and immersive surround sound, it plays science documentaries, wildlife films, and space explorations. Visitors often gather here before exploring the upper floors. This floor focuses on biodiversity, wildlife, and ecosystems of northern Ontario. It features live animal ambassadors, including turtles, snakes, frogs, fish, and even a friendly porcupine. There are interactive tanks and touch stations where visitors can safely observe animals up close. Staff members, known as bluecoats, conduct live demonstrations such as feeding animals, explaining their habitats, or showing how reptiles adapt to their The sound of flowing water, live plants, and natural rock formations give this level an outdoor-like atmosphere. Northern ecosystems and geology. This floor explores insects, forests, lakes, rocks, and geology. One of the highlights is the Insectarium, which showcases live ant colonies, spiders, beetles, stick insects, and other fascinating invertebrates. The Butterfly Gallery features a warm, humid greenhouse-like space where colorful butterflies fly freely around visitors. Geological exhibits display different types of rocks, minerals, fossils, and crystals found in the Canadian Shield. Interactive stations teach visitors how earthquakes form, how rocks are mined, and the process of metamorphic and igneous rock formation. Space, technology, and innovation. This level is dedicated to astronomy, engineering, robotics, and modern technology. The Planetarium entrance is located here. Inside the domed theater, visitors experience virtual journeys through space, stars, planets, and galaxies. There are hands-on experiment stations where guests can build small structures, control robotic arms, or test engineering challenges. Exhibits explain black holes, satellites, the International Space Station, and the Northern Lights Aurora Borealis. Touchscreens, telescopes, and virtual reality features make this level highly interactive and futuristic. The Bluecoats, the heart of science north throughout all levels. Visitors will encounter the famous Bluecoat staff members wearing blue lab coats. They are scientists, educators, and communicators who perform experiments, answer questions, and make science fun and understandable. From live chemistry experiments to animal shows and space demos, they are a key part of the visitor experience. One of the most unique and memorable parts of Science North is its collection of live animals and hands-on nature experiences. Unlike traditional museums where visitors simply look at exhibits, here you can interact, observe, and even learn directly from living creatures cared for by trained professionals. Animal ambassadors, the living heart of science. Science North is home to a variety of animals that act as ambassadors for their species. These animals aren't just on display, they are part of live educational demonstrations. Some of the most popular animals include Poppy, the porcupine, a friendly North American porcupine who often appears in public demonstrations. Beavers and skunks, representing local Canadian wildlife and ecosystems. Reptiles and amphibians, turtles, snakes, frogs, and salamanders, living in carefully designed habitats. Fish and aquatic life, tanks filled with native fish species, showcasing freshwater ecosystems. Birds and insects, including species of owls, butterflies, bees, and various insects in the Insectarium. Each animal is cared for by trained animal handlers and veterinarians, ensuring they are healthy, safe, and well treated. Live demonstrations and feeding sessions throughout the day. Visitors can attend interactive presentations where Bluecoat staff introduce animals, explain their behavior, diet, and adaptations, and sometimes even let visitors observe feeding sessions. You might see a snake being fed, a porcupine eating treats, or turtles basking under UV lights. Presenters discuss important topics like conservation, animal biology, and environmental protection. These demonstrations are perfect for filming, engaging, and educational video content. Butterfly Gallery. One of the most magical spaces in Science North is the warm, tropical Butterfly Gallery. Dozens of colorful butterfly species fly freely around visitors. The room is filled with flowering plants, water features, and soft natural lighting. Visitors can watch butterflies land on leaves, flowers, or sometimes even on people. Staff explain the life cycle of butterflies from caterpillar to chrysalis to adult. Insectarium. The World of Bugs, a dedicated section where visitors can observe live ants in glass tunnels, beetles, stick insects, tarantulas, and more. Interactive displays show how insects survive, communicate, and help ecosystems. Kids can use magnifying lenses to get a close-up view of insect wings, exoskeletons, and nests. Touch and learn stations. Certain exhibits allow hands-on interaction under staff supervision. Visitors can gently touch snakeskin, animal pelts, fossils, and interpretive models. These tactile learning zones are designed to make science more engaging for children and families. Science North succeeds in making nature feel real, alive, and unforgettable. Instead of just reading about wildlife, visitors get to see, hear, and sometimes even touch the stories of the natural world, making it one of the most immersive science centers in Canada. The Planetarium at Science North is one of the most fascinating and immersive attractions in the entire Science Center. It offers visitors a chance to leave Earth behind and travel through galaxies, stars, and nebulae without leaving their seats. A journey through space located on the upper level. The Planetarium is a dome-shaped theater equipped with advanced digital projection technology. As soon as the lights dim and the show begins, the dome transforms into a breathtaking night sky filled with stars, planets, and constellations. Visitors feel as if they are floating through outer space. Shows and experiences. The Planetarium hosts a variety of rotating shows throughout the year, including Tour of the Night Sky, a live guided journey showing the current constellations, planets, and celestial events visible in the northern Ontario sky. Aurora, the Northern Lights, a visual and scientific explanation of how the aurora borealis forms, including real satellite data and time-lapse footage. Black Holes and Galaxies, an epic show that explores black holes, supernovas, and galaxies far beyond the Milky Way. Indigenous Star Knowledge, a unique and respectful presentation of indigenous constellations, star stories, and how First Nations people used the night sky for navigation, seasons, and storytelling. Space missions and NASA expeditions featuring realistic simulations of Apollo missions, Mars rovers, the International Space Station, and future space exploration. Each show is narrated either by a live guide or through cinematic voiceovers, combined with surround sound and dramatic visuals. Interactive Astronomy Zone. Outside the main dome, the Space and Technology section expands on astronomy with interactive exhibits, telescopes and solar observation tools, where visitors can learn how astronomers study stars and planets. Touchscreen displays, explaining galaxies, the life cycle of stars, and the size of the universe. Scale of the solar system models that show how small Earth is compared to giant planets like Jupiter or gas giants like Saturn. Meteorites and moon rocks displays that allow visitors to see and sometimes touch real fragments from space. Build your own Mars rover stations where kids can design and test small robotic vehicles. Educational impact. One of the most powerful things about the Planetarium is how it inspires curiosity. It introduces astronomy to children and students in an exciting, visual way. It connects modern science with history, culture, indigenous teachings, and future technology. Many visitors describe it as the closest experience to being in space without boarding a rocket. One of the most thrilling attractions at Science North is its IMAX Theater, the only one of its kind in Northern Ontario. This theater is designed to make science larger than life literally through giant screens, powerful sound systems, and breathtaking storytelling. A cinematic science experience. The IMAX Theater features a giant curved screen that can be up to 6 stories tall, state-of-the-art laser projection that delivers high-resolution visuals with incredible clarity, surround sound audio systems that make you feel like you're inside the film, comfortable tiered seating, giving every viewer a perfect view. As soon as the film begins, viewers are completely immersed whether they're diving into the deep ocean, standing beside erupting volcanoes, or flying through distant galaxies. Types of films shown. The IMAX Theater specializes in science and nature-based documentaries, including space and astronomy films, Journey to the International Space Station, Walk on Mars, or Travel into Black Holes. Ocean and wildlife films explore coral reefs, swim with sharks, or witness Arctic animals in their natural habitats. Earth and natural phenomena, volcano eruptions, tornadoes, earthquakes, and climate change. Dinosaur and prehistoric life. Travel back millions of years to walk among dinosaurs and ancient creatures. Special feature films, occasionally blockbuster movies or educational films tied to seasonal events are shown. Educational value. Every film shown at the IMAX Theater is designed to educate and inspire. The immersive visuals help students and families understand complex scientific topics more easily. Films are often connected to content shown inside Science North, such as space exhibits, wildlife galleries, or earth science displays. Many school field trips and science camps include IMAX screenings as part of their learning activities. Behind the scenes, the projection room. Visitors sometimes get a chance to see behind the scenes. The IMAX system uses giant film reels or digital laser systems, which are much larger and more advanced than regular movie theaters. Special lenses project the image onto the massive curved screen with extreme precision. Technicians ensure the sound, lighting, and visuals are perfectly synchronized for maximum impact. Why it's a must-see. IMAX experience at Science North isn't just a movie, it's a journey into science. It makes viewers feel like they're exploring the Earth, the oceans, or outer space firsthand. Combined with the rest of the center's interactive exhibits, the IMAX Theater adds a powerful visual and emotional layer to the Science North experience. Just a few minutes from the main Science North building is its sister attraction, Dynamic Earth, a world-class science center dedicated to earth sciences, mining, geology, and the history of Sudbury's mining industry. This location adds an entirely different dimension to the Science North's experience by taking visitors underground. Literally. What is Dynamic Earth? Dynamic Earth opened in 2003 as an extension of Science North. Its main purpose is to showcase the geological richness of Northern Ontario, the science of mining, and how minerals shape modern life. It features interactive exhibits, multimedia displays, and one of its most iconic attractions, the Underground Mine Tour. The Underground Mine Tour. One of the most memorable experiences at Dynamic Earth is the Underground Mine Tour. Visitors are equipped with hard hats and descend in a glass elevator, 7 stories, approximately 21 meters below the surface. The tour recreates the conditions of historical and modern mining, from early candlelit tunnels and hand tools to modern machinery and drilling technology. You can see and hear real mining equipment, blasting simulations, and learn about the dangers, innovation, and evolution of the mining industry. The rock walls underground are part of the Canadian Shield, some of the oldest rock formations on Earth. This experience makes visitors appreciate the hard work of miners, while also understanding the science behind geology and mineral extraction. Exhibits. Inside Dynamic Earth. Dynamic Earth has several interactive zones, including Earth Gallery, showcasing rocks, minerals, crystals, and valuable ores like nickel, copper, and gold. Mining Technology Zone features robotic machinery, simulators, and virtual mining tools used in modern underground operations. Climate and Earth Systems displays about volcanoes, earthquakes, soil erosion, and how Earth constantly changes. Kids Play Area Tunnel of Shadows and Rock Climbing Zone, specially designed for children, with tunnels, climbing areas, and mini mining adventures. The Big Nickel, a Canadian landmark. Dynamic Earth stands one of Canada's most famous landmarks, the Big Nickel. The Big Nickel is a 9-meter tall replica of a 1951 Canadian 5-cent coin. It was created in 1964 by Ted Shulva as a symbol of pride for Sudbury's mining history and nickel production. The coin displays King George VI on one side and a stylized nickel refinery on the other. It is the world's largest coin and one of the most photographed landmarks in Northern Ontario. Visitors can walk right up to it, take photos, and enjoy panoramic views of Sudbury from the hilltop where it stands. Educational purpose and community impact. Dynamic Earth is more than a tourist spot, it's an educational hub. It teaches visitors about geology, environmental impacts of mining, and the importance of minerals in everyday life, from smartphones to cars and space technology. The center collaborates with mining companies, environmental scientists, and schools to promote sustainable mining practices. It also hosts workshops, school trips, science camps, and public events like Earth Day celebrations. Science North is not just a museum, it is a leading educational institution and community hub that inspires learning, creativity, and innovation. From school programs to public events, it plays a major role in promoting science and technology in Northern Ontario and beyond. Educational programs for students in school. North offers structured educational programs designed for students from kindergarten to high school. Classroom workshops. Trained educators and Blue Coats lead hands-on sessions on topics such as chemistry, biology, robotics, astronomy, and environmental science. Field trips. Schools from across Ontario visit Science North and Dynamic Earth for guided tours, IMAX shows, planetarium experiences, and lab activities. Virtual learning programs for students who cannot travel. Science North offers live online classes, digital experiments, and interactive virtual tours. Indigenous education programs developed in collaboration with Indigenous communities. These programs combine traditional knowledge with modern science, teaching about land, stars, survival skills, and natural medicine. Science camps and youth programs. Science North runs popular summer camps, winter camps, and March break camps for children and teenagers. Kids build robots, conduct chemistry experiments, create science projects, and explore nature. Girls in science programs encourage young girls to explore STEM fields and break gender stereotypes in science and technology. Leadership and volunteer programs allow teenagers to work alongside gaining skills in teaching, science communication, and teamwork. Public events and seasonal activities. Science North hosts a variety of public events throughout the year to keep visitors engaged. Science festivals and demonstrations. Outdoor and indoor science shows with live experiments, explosions, and family-friendly entertainment. Halloween night at the museum. Events, spooky science themes, haunted labs, and mystery-solving adventures. Summer lakefront festivals, outdoor music, food vendors, fireworks, and science-themed performances by Ramsey Lake. Special IMAX Planetarium events, movie premieres, stargazing nights, telescope sessions, and guest lectures by astronauts, scientists, and researchers. Mobile science outreach. Science North on the road. One of the most impactful initiatives is the Science North traveling programs. Educators travel to remote communities, small towns, and First Nations reserves across northern Ontario. They bring portable science experiments, live animals, robotics kits, and hands-on workshops directly to schools. This ensures that even students in rural or underserved areas have access to quality science, education, community, impact, and global reach science. North is recognized as the second largest science center in Canada and a leader in science communication. It creates traveling exhibits that are sent to museums around the world. The center contributes to Sudbury's economy by attracting thousands of tourists every year. It inspires the next generation of scientists, engineers, astronauts, and innovators through inspiration, curiosity, and hands-on learning. Science North isn't just a museum, it's a place where curiosity comes alive, where science turns into an adventure, and where people of all ages rediscover how fascinating the world truly is. From its iconic snowflake-shaped architecture on the shores of Ramsey Lake to interactive exhibits, butterfly gallery, live science shows, and the immersive planetarium, Science North proves that learning can be exciting, emotional, and unforgettable. Whether you're watching molten metal being poured, exploring the universe in the planetarium, or standing beneath the giant Big Nickel at Dynamic Earth, every moment here inspires imagination and creates memories. It's a destination for families, school trips, travelers, science enthusiasts, and anyone who loves exploring the unknown. Science North continues to grow and innovate, bringing new exhibits, advanced technology, and meaningful educational programs that make science accessible to everyone. It celebrates nature, technology, the universe, geology, and the wonders of life all in one place. So if you ever find yourself in Northern Ontario, make sure Science North is at the top of your list. Take a walk on the glass skyway, meet the animal ambassadors, watch a film on the giant IMAX screen, and experience the magic of science up close.